This video discusses how you provide information to Oregon Legal Center about yourself and your spouse. Basically, you just go through the interview by going through the various screens. The welcome information provides some general information about how you use the form. The next screen, client information, you just fill out and talk about what type of client you are, whether you're married or whether you're a single person, and answer the questions. Likewise, with the client address information, you just fill out, answer the questions. Referral information, let us know who referred you. There's, in this case, we're hypothetical as a married couple, so there's a screen for Michael's personal information and a screen for Martha's personal information. We ask that you provide the name of your accountant and your financial advisor if you have one. Then the question becomes, do you have children? So if you say yes, then this screen, the children information screen, opens up, and you can provide information about each child. And in this case, you can see there are two. If you had to add another child after you'd add the second one, the way you would do it is you'd just go down to the bottom and you'd say, click the Add Another button, and then a screen would open up that's blank and you could fill in that information. In this case, the children are under 18, so you are going to say yes for include a guardian. If you say yes, then you're asked to provide the names of people who would act for you as guardians for your children. The next screen is trustee information and personal representative information. You can go ahead and fill it in for the husband and for the wife. If you're not sure, just say, I'm not sure. We will talk about this at our conference. The same as for the person who's going to act for you under the power of attorney. You could just say same as the PR, or you could have a different people, although generally they're the same. The advance directive, that would be for the health care. In case you couldn't direct your own health care, you'd appoint your spouse and then another person. You can see they could be different for the husband and for the wife for the number 2 position. Then beneficiaries information. Here's where you say, in general, who is going to inherit your estate. Now, you don't have to know the exact answer to this. Just do your best. In this case, we've put down $5,000 to the American Heart Association, $5,000 to John M. Married, $5,000 to Susan Sally M. Smith, and then everything to our children equally. But Melissa's share has to be retained in a trust. That's because you set up here on Melissa that Melissa will this child need to have his or her inheritance held in a trust? And you explain that Melissa has alcohol and drug problems and will need a lifetime trust. Now, when you get to this screen where it's non-children agents and beneficiaries, you're asked to check a box if any of the people who are not children who will act as the personal representative, trustee, guardian, attorney-in-fact, or health representative, if there's some other than children, you should check that. We already have the information on the 2 children over here, but we need the information for the people you've said are going to act for you in a representative capacity. And then you're asked to check a box if any persons who are not children will receive part or all of your estate. Well, there's the American Heart Association, and then there's the 2 John M. Married and Sally M. Smith. So when you go to the next screen down here, this is where you're asked to provide information about each person or entity that is either, in this case, John M. Married is the brother to Michael, and he is an agent, but he is, in this case, he's a beneficiary. So you click both. And then you're asked if he's married, and he's not. Does he have children? He doesn't. And then if he's, you're asked to say, if he doesn't survive you, where would you want his estate to go? This gift to him to go of the $5,000 that you made. So you could, these are your options. You could pick any one you want here as to where it would go if he died before you. The same for Sally Smith. You were leaving her $5,000, so you're asked to fill in information about her. it's important that you fill this in. If you don't know some of these answers to these questions, be sure and take a pause and look it up, because we need all this information to do the estate planning. Then there was the American Cancer Society. They're getting some money under your plan, so you'd provide information about them. Now, if you need to add another one, if there was somebody else, you just use the Add Another button. And if you do that, then you get a blank form like this, and you can fill it out. So that is a general explanation of how you provide information about yourself and about your estate plan.